Three prisoners used spoons to dig through the walls of their Alcatraz cell in 1962. Night after night, they scraped away at the concrete surrounding the air vents, gradually widening the hole, and fashioned lifelike dummy heads to fool the guards during bed checks. After months of digging, they finally broke through the vent and crawled through to reach the service corridor behind the wall. From there, they climbed to the roof and slid down a kitchen vent pipe, making their way to the island shore. They used a raft assembled from raincoats, and despite a massive manhunt, they were never found. He woke up to banging coming from downstairs. The clock read 3:34 a.m. He checked his parents' room, empty. He went downstairs, but as he reached the living room, he saw men stealing the TV. Terrified, he ran upstairs and locked his door. Then the banging started. He woke up, believing it was a dream, but the clock still read 3:34 a.m. Scared, he went downstairs to reassure himself, but the men were in the kitchen yelling at his parents. He ran back upstairs just as the banging started. He woke up again. It was 3:34 a.m. This time, he stayed awake for 36 hours, haunted by the endless loop. These tiny jelly-like blobs began to rain down on a small town. People were scared as they began to cover everything. Soon after, people reported intense flu-like symptoms, like having a hard time breathing. Scientists tested the blobs and found cells inside, but couldn't tell where they came from. If you're stuck in a sauna, most people think they'll just wait it out until someone finds them. But this intense heat has been known to kill people who get stuck inside. Instead, find the source of the heat, usually in the corner, and try to turn it off or break it. Next, move close to a vent where the air is slightly cooler, and if all else fails, break the door to escape. As snow piled up and temperatures dropped, he knew he couldn't survive in his car. He noticed others were also trapped in their vehicles nearby. Determined to help, he knocked on car windows and gathered over 20 people. But they needed to find shelter fast. He smashed the glass door of a school. Inside, they found warmth, food, and a safe place to wait out the storm. He even left a note apologizing for the break-in, explaining their situation. The man saved 20 lives that night, ensuring that everyone was safe from the blizzard. Thousands of parents lined up in front of stores, but only a few hundred dolls were ever in stock. When the doors opened, people shoved, punched, just to grab a Cabbage Patch Kid. But only the luckiest kids got the dolls they wanted, until the craze ended. As the mysterious object crashed, the military reported it as a flying saucer. But within hours, officials changed the story, claiming it was a weather balloon. Witnesses came forward describing strange debris and alien bodies at the crash site. If you're trapped in a house fire, you should drop to the floor to avoid inhaling toxic smoke. To escape, check if the door is hot with the back of your hand. If there's a fire behind the door, opening it will only make it spread. Instead, find a window. If you can't open it, smash it and lay a blanket over the broken glass to escape. But if the door is cool and there's no smoke, open it slowly and close it behind you to prevent the fire from spreading. If you watch the sunset from the base of the world's tallest building, then take a fast elevator to the top floor, you can watch the same sunset a second time.